Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Kitty Cat. Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while since I've filmed. It's been a while. I mean, I've had a lot going on in my life. I just thought I would do a quick life update video. I was supposed to film yesterday. My days off, I always pack them with way too much. I just made some breakfast. Just something quick, something simple. You know, I love me some oatmeal, like the instant oatmeal, you know, I don't really cook like that. And I also got some pineapple. Pineapples. I don't know if this is too much sugar in the morning, but I mean, I love me some oatmeal. Love a little fruit. We're gonna get the day started. So I'm just gonna start doing my makeup, start talking. Like I said, I have work today, so I'm not gonna be doing like a look. We're just gonna probably do something really go-to, very basic. And I'll link everything I'm using down below. It's been a while since I filmed. I've had so much that's happened. This is the longest, I feel like break I ever took from making videos. Big life transition number one. I moved, and I didn't just move, it's just not like a basic move for me. I actually I moved out my mama's house. Was met with a lot of resistance at first. You know, I was like, oh, I don't want to leave you guys, I love it here, I want to be a kid forever. But no, my parents were like, girl, you need to just, you know, go spread your wings, you know, go get a place, go try it. And so I was like, had attitude about it, of course, you know, catitude. There's this song by Kevin Gates that low-key got me offended. He said, a lot of bad bitches still living with their mama. And I was like, dang, is that like a jab? You know, that's a jab? I guess the reason why I started living with my parents in the first place was after I got out of school. And if y'all follow me, you know, you've seen all the story times and everything. I didn't get into the career that I wanted. And the career I wanted, I was expecting to leave Denver, to leave Colorado and never come back. I mean, I would come back, but I never thought I was gonna live here. So when all that didn't work out, I was just like, oh my God, what do I do? And I wasn't prepared to pay the prices that Denver had become. You know, obviously this is years ago. And my student debt, oh my God, I just couldn't afford to live on my own. And then I think it just got to a point where I could have lived on my own, but living with my parents was a little more comfortable. And also I was in a relationship where I was basically living with them. I wasn't really home that much. In January of this year, I remember my mom was like, girl, at some point you're gonna have to get everything up out your room and move it somewhere. And I was like, move it somewhere? What do you mean? And she was like, you know, you can't stay here forever. And I was like, oh, I thought that was the plan. So yeah, just kind of spent the year, you know, I mean, I'd already been saving, but just looking at places and things like that. And so I finally moved in with one of my best friends. It's my big girl place, my big girl spot, you know. And everyone's like, well, don't you just love it? And I'm like, yeah, I love it. You know, obviously I love it, you know. We just never know what tomorrow brings. I just love to be at home with my family just because it's you know, we're all getting older. We live in a really wild world. Anything could happen, and I want to spend all the time with the people I care about. Nonetheless, I understand that at some point, we all have to grow up and move on. I know this brush looks really ratchet, but I like it for concealer. We all have to move on at some point. I've been living here for a couple weeks, and I've been avoiding filming. I've been wait, but how am I gonna film in my new space, and what's it gonna be like? And I don't know, I'm just one of those people that I take things so serious. I want things to be perfect. It's just girl, you just need to film. Moved in. It's been cool so far. I'm feeling a little more adult, I guess. I cut my hair. You can't really tell right now just because it's in a ponytail. You know, it used to be a lot longer, and I had already cut it to my shoulders. And then I was like, you know what? Let's take it off the shoulders a little bit. I really want something with a lot of volume. I want something that's big, that's bold, that's beautiful. One day I was at work randomly, and I work in a place that has a salon. So I was just I was on my lunch break, and I was like, you know what, I want to cut my hair. So we cut it, and it was a lot shorter, and I did bangs. I have never really had bangs. Well, curly bangs. Remember when everyone used to have those bangs that were just like a couple strands right here? But yeah, anyways, got bangs and I liked it. It was good for a couple weeks, but I still was like, I want a little more, like, a little more something. And so one of the ladies at the salon suggested that I put layers in my hair, so that's what I did. I got some layers. Loving the layers. I feel like cutting your hair is so therapeutic. Like, there's something about it. This is dead, you know? This is a dead part of me. This is a part of me that's just like no longer coming with me to my next journey. And like, we got a new step coming. For women, like when we cut our hair, it's like something different. People often say like, oh, you know, long hair is way more attractive on women and la-di-da-di-da. I don't know, with the shorter hair, I feel like more confident. Like, you know, I'm kind of like, this is it. I don't know. I've been digging having short hair so far. I think it's really fun and it's so easy to manage. It's way easier, like quicker to wash it, everything. And then this, like, I just threw this up in a ponytail. I didn't even have to like do nothing. I was like, oh, okay. So I like it. It's definitely different because I've always been used to having long hair, but I think with my undercut, like, I think that has just kind of taught me that hair is just hair. It grows back. It's not that big of a deal. Because literally, the undercut, y'all, ugh. I have to get that cut so often. For 2 weeks, it needs to be cut. But I be pushing it. I be like, 4 weeks? I'll just wear my hair down. Nobody will know. Short hair kind of makes me feel a little more like an adult. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I look a little more grown. It's just fun. It's fun to experiment with hair and, like, it's just hair. It grows back. Also, for all like the beauty lovers out there that are watching, don't try to come at me because I did my foundation first, okay? We all have a way of doing things. And I've come to find doing my foundation first, my makeup, I finish my makeup a lot faster. So it's perfect for going to work. But also, my brows don't come out as bold, you know? Like, I'm just trying to keep my brows soft, low-key, light as a feather, stiff as a board. I don't even know why I said that. Honestly, y'all, I kind of felt like I really did want to just kind of let you know what's going on with me and my life, because I don't really talk about my life, really. Like, yeah, I make storytime videos, but storytime videos are things that have happened, you know, en la pasado, the past. You know, not things that are happening right now. And also a lot of my videos are like so structured. I'm like, hey everybody, this is what we're talking about today. It's like, you know, I'm not really sharing like what's going on with me, you know, and I definitely want to connect with y'all more, and I want y'all to know my personality and know me more aside from my structured content. Now, let's talk about something way juicy. Let's talk about dating. I think I mentioned this earlier when I said, like, when I was living with my parents, that I used to like basically live with my boyfriend. That is true. I've been single kind of for a hot minute. I have a really hard time with change. I have a very hard time when it comes to change. Me and my ex had broken up, but you know, we were still hanging out and spending time together, you know, and like it wasn't really over, you know, and everyone was like, I thought it was over. And I was like, well, it's not over. But now, like, it really is over, and it's been over. There's, you know, there's guys who hit my line, and like there's people I spend time with. I do go on dates and things like that, and there are, you know, there's people I like. But as of right now, like, I'm not like looking for anything. During this recent retrograde, oh, and also it's August 1st, so retrograde is officially over. But anyways, during the retrograde, a lot of people freak out during retrograde, which is understandable just because there are a lot of miscommunications and problems that do go awry. But retrograde is also the time to reflect, you know, think about you and your actions and, you know, the things you do and how you can change and, you know, renewing yourself and starting over. I was doing a lot of reflecting during retrograde, and I was realizing things about myself. What I realized was, this is the first time I've been single like this since I was probably 17. Like, ever since I was 17, I've always had like a boyfriend. This is the first time that like I don't like have a boyfriend. I don't have somebody that's like checking for me, you know, maybe checking for me every couple days, but you know, not checking for me all the time. It was like really hard at first. This is what I realized during retrograde. I realized, kitty cat, think about all the boyfriends you've had and like, why did you really date them? Did you date them because you really liked them, or, you know, what was the real meaning? What was the purpose? And I started thinking about it, and I was like, oh my gosh, well, I think I dated that one guy a couple years ago because I was afraid to be alone. I think I dated somebody else because it was convenient. I think I dated this other person because I was running away from myself. I was, you know, I wanted a distraction. And then I essentially realized, like, oh my gosh, like all these guys that I've been dating and everything I've been doing, like, don't get me wrong, I care about the people I've been with, and, you know, I've spent, you know, you spend a lot of time with them, and I spent so much time in relationships when all my friends and everybody that I know was like getting to know themselves. And I kind of had picked up on this like a couple years ago. I was like, damn, like I feel like everybody like really like has a best friend, or like they really know themselves, and you know, but they didn't have boyfriends. They would be like, oh, I wish I had boyfriends like you, and like blah 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 blah. But now that I'm older, I feel like I should know more of what I want. And I mean, I do have more of an idea, but like, had I taken the time when I was 19, 20, 21, 22 to just be single and just to have fun with my friends and to be alone, maybe wouldn't have made some of the choices I made. It would have saved myself from a lot of heartache and drama. It was bananas when I realized that I had been running away from myself and from, you know, the things that I think inside, which I think a lot of us can kind of get caught up in that. We think that the person that we are dating is gonna like fix us, and we don't have to think about those things when we're with someone, because we're with someone, we're distracted, we're preoccupied. And I think it's great. We all could use a distraction every once in a while, but at the same time, at the end of the day, if you keep running from yourself, at some point it's going to catch up to you and you're going to have to face the truth. Well, y'all, I did everything else off camera just because I didn't want this video to be mad long, and, you know, because I know that y'all have things to do, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate you taking the time to catch up with what's going on with me. What's going on with you? Give me a little life update for you down in the comments below. If you do like more non-structured, just kind of more loosey-goosey, talk about whatever kind of videos, let me know. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.